Alright guys, what's up? I'm back with yet another commentary again today for you guys. And this time I'm going to be talking about Black Ops 2, as usual. And I'm going to be talking about population and familiar faces. So, I've been playing pretty much Call of Duty now on Nintendo consoles all the way since Reflex, really. I played Reflex when that came out, and then I moved on to... I actually skipped World at War because I don't like World War Two games. Sorry, just don't like World War Two games at all. And so I skipped that one, and then I moved on to Black Ops. Played that pretty much the entire time, and then finally Modern Warfare 3, and now left those all behind to move on to Black Ops 2. And it's a huge improvement. If you had never played, it actually occurred to me the other day that some people don't actually have like the Xbox 360, PS3. They literally bought the Wii, and that's all they bought. And so if they moved from the Wii to this game, man, what a huge difference. Seriously, what a difference. Just the graphics are so much better. The 60 frames per second most of the time. It does drop on some stages. It's just like a generational leap. Seriously, it is. So for Nintendo fans and for Nintendo people that have just bought Nintendo games and consoles, this is the new generation. This is the next gen console for them. But obviously for like a lot of the other players who have got PS3 and Xbox 360 already, the Wii U doesn't really offer all that much else, and that has a lot to do with probably the population at the moment for the Wii U, which I'll get into a bit later on. But like I said, I've played all the Call of Duty games since Reflex, except World at War, and I've seen a lot of familiar faces. People that have sort of gone from one to the next to the next to the next, and I've also seen a lot of new people as well. And some people I've seen already in this game that have carried over from Modern Warfare 3 have been Darky HD. I've seen him. I've seen Blue Tier. I've seen some people. Most people know those guys because they got YouTube channels. But also I've seen Moe. I don't know if you guys know who that was. I've seen a guy called Robeson64. Corpse Create and I have a funny story to do with that guy, but maybe I'll save that for another day. Romanian Vampire. These are just some of the people I've seen. I'm not going to sort of list them all off. I've seen X Bubbles. I've seen Victor Meldrew, Cartoon Head, Luminal, Pichu, and heaps of other ones. And I've also seen a lot of new players as well. Like I've seen it's interesting. Like that's one thing I really look forward to actually with every new Call of Duty game is I love to see sort of which players carry over to the next one and which new players appear. Like, you don't know who you're going to see. Like, all of a sudden, you might come across a new player that you've never seen before that's like maybe just, switched over from Xbox or PS3 that's really, really good. Or maybe just a new player that's never played a Call of Duty game before but is just a really good gamer and, they've got like all these awesome skills and they really challenge you. And, I've already met some players like that. It's hard to find players like that, but occasionally you come across some of them. And, I've come across across a new guy called Oshikins, another guy called Lion King, not really original. Another guy, X Raiden X, and of course many others that I can't remember right now. I'd have to go over to my Wii U console and actually have a look through my friends list because I've added some of these good players, which is what I usually do. As soon as I find a good new good player, I usually add them so that I can verse them and play with them as well. Because sometimes it's better to just party up with players than it is to actually verse them. It actually means that you both level up faster than it is to like verse them and then you don't really level up very much because you don't get many kills and you die a lot and stuff like that. So yeah, it's always interesting. But where are all these other players? Like, where's Kalmos? Where's Lighty? Where's Nubicon? The Commander? Haven't seen the Commander in ages. He was such a good player. Probably the next best player I had seen on Modern Warfare 3. I'd have to say he's probably one of the best. What about Tomahawk? What about Sideways? And where's all the hackers? Like that's what I want to see. I want to see all those hackers that were like playing on the Wii version and they would use their infinite UAV and red box hacks and no recoil and damage glitch and all this kind of stuff. I want to see these guys in this game so I can destroy them. Because I want to get my revenge. I mean, I got my revenge on Modern Warfare 3 as well, but I want to see I want them to see that basically in Modern Warfare 3 we weren't, no, when I say we I mean like Corpse Create and myself, because they used to call us hackers and stuff, and we weren't hacking. We'd beat them without hacking, and like I had a whole series dedicated to that. Pwnsweet Pwn's a hacker, which I sort of put up a few videos of and then sort of abandoned afterwards. But that was one of my like great goals, was to beat hackers at their own game without hacking, and then they would say, that was hacker and I'm not. I want to show them that in this game I'm still just as beast as I was in that game, and this game definitely doesn't have any hacks, because it obviously hasn't been hacked. And like I said, the other thing I want to talk about quickly is just population. Like in this game, at the moment, there's not many players playing. And like I said, the big reason for that is probably because it's not all that different to the other versions, and a lot of people just bought the PS3, Xbox 360 version, and that's it. But yeah, look, just quickly, like it was one of the things that I did mention in one of my videos a while back before the game had come out. Something I was worried about was, finding matches and stuff like that. Well, I'm happy to say that you'll be able to find a match in this game in Team Deathmatch pretty much without any trouble at all, which is good news. It was something I wasn't expecting. I was really expecting to have a lot of trouble. Like I was expecting maybe one active lobby, and that's it. And definitely on the first day I wasn't expecting to get any matches at all. But no, it was actually quite the contrary. I found quite a few different matches on the first day, all Australian lobbies, which is good. And the only problem, of course, is if you're not interested in playing Team Deathmatch or Free For All, then you might want to look elsewhere for now, because right now you're not going to find any other game modes other than Team Deathmatch. Pretty much, I don't think I've found a Free For All yet. And that's a shame, because I really wanted to play stuff like multi-team Team Deathmatch. That looked really, really interesting, especially because you can do 2v2v2v2. I think it's four sets of 2 versus 2s. Yeah, I was really looking forward to that, especially to play with my brother and just destroy everyone, because it's really tactical, 2v2s. But unfortunately not. At the moment, it's just Team Deathmatch. But anyway, guys, that was a very, very short commentary from me. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. This Remington absolutely kicks ass. If you like the gameplay, leave a like, and of course, have a good day.